It's like, the kid looks like he's just dropped out of a kind of beautiful little singer.
Yes.
Very smart.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
They're really, really young.
Yeah.
I've seen him. And
I hate him.
Singer Robert Plant recently revealed the emotional reason why they ended all hopes of a reunion. The unexpected decision shocked fans. Led Zeppelin, the legends of the rock music era, suddenly broke up in what was really behind that shocking choice? Stay tuned, because the behind-the-scenes story will keep you glued to your seat. Robert Plant reveals. On December 4th, 1980, just over 2 months after Bonham's death, Led Zeppelin released a statement that permanently altered rock history. The announcement, issued through their Swan Song Records label, was strikingly direct. We wish it to be known that the loss of our dear friend and the deep respect we have for his family has led us to decide that we could not continue as we were. This definitive statement came after weeks of speculation about the band's future. While many groups from the same musical era as the Golden Age Hollywood stars had weathered lineup changes, Led Zeppelin made it clear they considered themselves fundamentally altered by Bonham's absence. The timing proved significant. Instead of rushing an announcement, the band took time to process their grief. This measured approach echoed how the Golden Age of Hollywood professionals handled career-defining moments, prioritizing integrity over immediate commercial concerns. For Robert Plant, the decision transcended business considerations. In subsequent interviews, he revealed how profoundly Bonham's death affected him personally. He wasn't just our drummer, Plant explained. He was my childhood friend. We grew up together. I knew his parents. It wasn't just like losing a band member. This deep friendship dated back to their teenage years in the West Midlands of England. Long before fame arrived, Plant and Bonham's connection predated Led Zeppelin by nearly a decade, a bond as strong as those forged between Golden Age Hollywood actresses who supported each other through challenging studio systems. Plant elaborated on his emotional state during this period. I was bereaved, completely bereaved, and in that bereavement there was no way I could imagine maintaining the status quo with the band. His grief fundamentally altered his perspective on continuing without his lifelong friend. Furthermore, Plant recognized something that fans would eventually come to understand. Bonham's contribution was irreplaceable. John wasn't just a drummer, Plant emphasized. His playing style was the foundation of our sound. The way he approached rhythm became part of our identity. What made Led Zeppelin's decision particularly noteworthy was how it contrasted with industry norms. During an era when commercial interests typically drove band decisions, similar to how Golden Age Hollywood studios managed their actors, Led Zeppelin prioritized personal integrity and emotional truth. Their choice demonstrated remarkable unity. Bassist John Paul Jones and guitarist Jimmy Page fully supported Plant's position, despite the massive financial implications. The band's unwavering stance, particularly Plant's, demonstrated how genuine artistic relationships could transcend commercial pressure. While many contemporaries would have auditioned replacements and continued, Led Zeppelin understood their unique chemistry couldn't be recreated or maintained without all 4 original members. John Bonham's death, the tragic sequence of events leading to Led Zeppelin's dissolution, began at Jimmy Page's Windsor home on September. The band was in rehearsals for their upcoming North American tour, scheduled to begin October 17 in Montreal, a comeback many hoped would restore their prominence in a music scene that had evolved significantly since their 1970s. On that fateful September day, John Bonham consumed approximately 40 shots of vodka over 12 hours. Subsequently, the 32-year-old drummer was taken to bed at Page's house, where he was later found unresponsive. The official cause of death was determined to be asphyxiation from vomit, a tragic end for a musician whose powerful drumming had defined an era of rock music, with the same cultural impact that Golden Age Hollywood Police had on cinema. Assistant tour manager Rex King had driven Bonham to the rehearsal that day. According to accounts from those present, Bonham had been battling personal demons, including anxiety about returning to touring after previous difficulties on the road. This struggle paralleled those of certain gay actors in the Golden Age of Hollywood, who dealt with immense pressures behind their public personas. The news of Bonham's sudden death sent immediate shockwaves through the music industry. Indeed, his thunderous drumming style had been as distinctive to rock as the unmistakable screen presence of the Golden Age of Hollywood stars. Fans worldwide mourned not just the man but the unique talent that could never be replicated. Although speculation began immediately after Bonham's death, The remaining members, Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, and John Paul Jones, took time to consider their options. Their deliberation showed a level of thoughtfulness reminiscent of how living actors from the golden age of Hollywood approached career-defining decisions. On December 4, 1980, more than 2 months after Bonham's passing, the band released their official statement through their Swan Song Records label. We wish it to be known that the loss of our dear friend and the deep respect we have for his family has led us to decide that we could not continue as we were. The statement, brief but powerful, left fans emotional. We want to thank you all for your loyalty and support, which has meant so much over the years. Led Zeppelin was not only a group of talented musicians, but also deeply connected friends, both in music and life. And when John Bonham, considered the rhythmic soul of the band, left, they knew that no one could replace him. John Bonham is irreplaceable. The final line of their statement read, Led Zeppelin has decided not to continue following the loss of their drummer. This marked the definitive end of one of rock's most influential bands. A closure as significant as when major Golden Age Hollywood studios closed their doors, ending an era. Considering the commercial pressures, many industry insiders expected the band might continue with another drummer. As a result, their decision demonstrated extraordinary integrity and emotional honesty. Their choice stood in stark contrast to other bands of the era, which replaced deceased or departed members. The announcement triggered an outpouring of grief from fans worldwide. Music journalists noted how the band's decision reflected a genuine artistic brotherhood that transcended business considerations, a quality sometimes attributed to close-knit groups of Golden Age Hollywood actresses who supported each other through difficult times. By choosing to disband entirely rather than replace Bonham, Led Zeppelin cemented their legacy as artists who valued authenticity above commercial opportunities. If we ignore the emotional aspect, is it unreasonable to say that no one can replace John Bonham's talent? Listen to Robert Plant's perspective. Bonham's location. The deep friendship between Robert Plant and John Bonham transcended typical band relationships, dating back to their teenage years in England's West Midlands. Their connection formed the emotional foundation for Plant's unwavering stance that Led Zeppelin could not continue after Bonham's death. In the aftermath of Bonham's passing, Plant expressed sentiments that revealed the irreplaceable nature of his longtime friend. No one could ever have taken over John's job, Plant stated firmly. Never ever. Impossible. This definitive position contrasted with the common industry practice of replacing band members, much like how certain Golden Age Hollywood studios would recast roles when actors became unavailable. Plant elaborated on his reasoning. There's no point at all. There are certain people you don't do without in life. You don't keep things going for the sake of it. His declaration echoed the loyalty sometimes seen among the Golden Age of Hollywood actresses who refuse certain roles out of respect for their colleagues. I listen to Zeppelin stuff now, and I realize how important John was, Plant reflected. When he drummed, he was right there with either my voice or whatever Page he was doing. This intimate musical connection made Bonham fundamentally irreplaceable, to Plant, who added, it was right for me regarding Led Zeppelin's breakup. Moreover, Plant maintained that the decision reflected the group's integrity. You couldn't have found anybody with the same kind of ingredient to make the band take off like John did. You don't start carrying on with people who weren't a part of that. Bonham's technical prowess fundamentally shaped Led Zeppelin's sonic identity in ways few drummers have influenced their bands. Comparable to how certain Golden Age Hollywood actresses defined entire film genres through their performances. Plant described their sound as very muscular, with Bonham serving as its foundation. Additionally, Plant highlighted Bonham's unique abilities. He could telegraph the turns in the songs. He could make it all swing. This remarkable sensitivity allowed Bonham to anticipate shifts in songs intuitively. John Bonham's technical approach set a whole new standard for rock drumming. Not only did he possess unparalleled power, but he also controlled each hit with incredible precision. Bonham was known for his innovative tuning techniques, which allowed him to maximize volume without losing clarity. He was also incredibly adaptable, always knowing how to complement and enhance Robert Plant's distinctive vocal style. In moments of improvisation, Bonham could even suddenly break into a waltz rhythm in the middle of a song, a testament to the creativity and explosive emotion he brought to each performance. Fellow musicians consistently praised Bonham's singular talent. Dave Grohl stated Bonham played the drums like someone who didn't know what was going to happen next, like he was teetering on the edge of a cliff. This unpredictability paralleled how certain gay actors in the golden age of Hollywood brought unexpected dimensions to their performances. Jimmy Page noted Bonham's technical knowledge. One of the marvelous things about John Bonham, which made things very easy, was that he knew how to tune his drums. He knew how to make the instrument sing. This technical mastery, comparable to the meticulous craft of living actors from the golden age of Hollywood, enabled Bonham's distinctive sound. Undeniably, Bonham's contributions extended beyond mere percussion. He created the rhythmic identity of Led Zeppelin itself. Plant later admitted about their track Achilles' Last Stand that it showed them at our least charming and most proficient, a bonzo track where nobody could even believe a human could do it. If Bonham was irreplaceable, would Led Zeppelin ever consider reuniting with another drummer just to continue their glorious musical legacy? The answer is no. Despite receiving many tempting offers over the years, the band steadfastly refused. What is the reason? For loyalty. Unlike many disbanded groups who eventually reform for lucrative reunion tours, Led Zeppelin's resistance to comeback offers stemmed from Robert Plant's unwavering loyalty to John Bonham's memory. This steadfast position persisted despite enormous financial incentives and relentless pressure from fans worldwide. Robert Plant repeatedly declined reunion opportunities, explaining to Jason Bonham, "I loved your dad way too much. I can't go out there and fake it. I can't be a jukebox." His position remained consistent throughout decades of interview requests about potential reunions. In essence, Plant viewed Bonham as irreplaceable, not merely as a drummer, but as the heartbeat of the band itself. Plant further elaborated, "When your father left us, left the world, that was it for Led Zeppelin. We couldn't do what The Who did. It was too vital." This level of artistic integrity mirrored how certain golden age Hollywood stars refused to compromise their principles, despite studio pressure. His rejection reportedly included turning down an $800 million offer arranged by Virgin chairman Richard Branson that would have scheduled performances in London, Berlin, and New Jersey. While Jimmy Page, John Paul Jones, and Jason Bonham allegedly signed up immediately, Plant ultimately ripped up the paperwork. Nevertheless, the band did perform occasionally after their disbandment. Following their embarrassing attempt at rehearsals with Phil Collins, they participated in Live Aid 1985, which Plant later described as a fucking atrocity. Conversely, their 2007 O2 Arena performance for the Ahmet Ertegun tribute concert, featuring Jason Bonham on drums, received widespread acclaim. Plant viewed these limited appearances as tributes rather than reunions. "We needed to do one more great concert, and then maybe put it to rest," he told Jason Bonham. Throughout this period, Page and Jones continued hoping for a full comeback, even auditioning potential replacement singers after realizing Plant wouldn't participate. Regardless of Plant's stance, public demand for a reunion remained extraordinary. The 2007 O2 Arena show generated over 20 million ticket requests for just 9,000 available pairs, breaking the world record for the highest demand for tickets to a music concert. Consequently, tickets originally priced at $145 reportedly sold for up to $1,000. Many critics compared Plant's situation to the golden age of Hollywood actresses, who faced immense pressure to conform to studio expectations while maintaining artistic integrity. Page's manager officially ended speculation in 2009, stating, "There are no plans for Led Zeppelin to continue. Zero. Frankly, I wish everybody would stop talking about it." Declining to reunite with Led Zeppelin was not only an emotional decision, but also a clear reflection of Robert Plant's views on life and art. So when he went solo, did he maintain those values? And what does his post-Led Zeppelin career say about who Plant is? An artist, a friend, and a man who kept his faith in the spotlight. Plant's solo career. Following the dissolution of Led Zeppelin, Robert Plant embarked on a musical journey that embodied the same artistic integrity that drove the band's breakup decision. Much like certain golden age Hollywood stars who refused to be typecast, Plant rejected the safety of recreating his past success in favor of authentic artistic expression. Just 2 years after Led Zeppelin's end, Plant released his debut solo album, Pictures at 11, in 1982. This timing reflected his determination to move forward artistically, without exploiting his former band's legacy. comparable to how the golden age of Hollywood actresses often had to reinvent themselves mid-career. Plant deliberately assembled a new band of musicians rather than relying on his former bandmates. The album demonstrated Plant's commitment to evolution over nostalgia. Certainly, he could have recruited Jimmy Page for his solo debut, a move that would have guaranteed massive commercial success. Yet Plant purposefully chose lesser-known musicians, including drummer Phil Collins, signaling his intent to establish an independent identity. "I wanted to use a different drummer every 2 tracks to see what would happen." Plant explained about the album's creation process, highlighting his experimental approach. This methodology stood in stark contrast to the consistency he had maintained with Bonham throughout Led Zeppelin's career. Throughout his solo work, Plant consistently prioritized artistic growth over commercial expectations. Much like gay actors in the golden age of Hollywood, who took creative risks despite industry pressure, Plant followed his musical curiosity rather than fan demands. Robert Plant's solo career has shown a clear and intentional direction, as he has deliberately strayed away from Led Zeppelin's familiar hard rock roots. Instead, Plant has immersed himself in a wide range of world music influences, from Middle Eastern sounds to African materials. He has not been afraid to experiment with electronic music, while also delving into folk elements and cultural roots to reinvent his musical identity. More importantly, Plant has always been open to collaborating with a wide range of artists, demonstrating a spirit of exploration and respect for art in all its forms. A clear testament to the personal values he has remained faithful to since Led Zeppelin's disbandment. This evolution paralleled how living actors from the golden age of Hollywood maintained relevance by embracing changing artistic landscapes rather than clinging to past formulas. Primarily, Plant's solo career exemplified his core value that artistic integrity trumps commercial considerations. As Plant himself stated, "I've gone so far away from that original blues. I've gone to North Africa. I've gone to the middle of the Welsh borders. I've gone to the west coast of America." This geographical diversity and influences mirrored his philosophical approach to creativity itself. Constantly moving, never stagnant. What do you think led Zeppelin to break up? Should they have pursued commercial success by finding a replacement? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe